We'll start off this week's Grow weather forecast with a check of the drought monitor. Now for Nebraska, a little bit of improvement in terms of the drought conditions across the entire state. Roughly around 83% of the state not included in a drought category this week. That compares to around 81% last week. But you can still see an area of moderate drought in that lighter brown shading in portions of southern Nebraska. Also anywhere shaded in that yellow. Still looking at abnormally dry conditions. But this goes off conditions based on the Tuesday before. So that's something to keep in mind on this drought monitor. And then in Kansas, we actually saw a little bit of worsening conditions in Kansas. Last week in Kansas, we were looking at around 3% of the state not included in a drought category. This week, around 2% of the state not included in a drought category. You can see a good part of northern Kansas included in that moderate drought, as well as abnormally dry conditions, the exception northwest Kansas. They are not included in a drought category. You can see that closer to the St. Francis area, not included in a drought category. But let's talk about what's ahead in terms of temperatures and precipitation across Nebraska and northern Kansas. For 1 month out, we are looking at above normal precipitation expected for portions of the East Coast, stretching down into the south, even into the coastal areas of Texas. Anywhere not shaded, looking at equal chances. Anywhere with a brown shading, looking at the potential for below normal precipitation. That includes parts of southwest Kansas into parts of Oklahoma as well as Texas. In terms of temperatures for 1 month out, looking at above normal temperatures for mainly the southern half of the U.S., including parts of southern Nebraska, all of Kansas, stretching down to Oklahoma, Texas, off to the east and off to the west as well, and then to the north on portions of the East Coast, looking at above normal temperatures for 1 month out, and then a small area of the northern plains looking at the potential for below normal temperatures for 1 month out. In terms of precipitation, a little farther out, 3 months out, above normal precipitation expected in the east, and then for the west, we're looking at below normal precipitation for 3 months out. Once again, anywhere not shaded, looking at equal chances during that time frame. And then 3 months in terms of temperatures, above normal temperatures currently expected for parts of southern Nebraska out into the Panhandle, as well as all of Kansas, and once again into parts of the southern U.S. and into the east as well, and then off to the west, looking at the potential for above normal temperatures for 3 months out. We can look at our almanac for this week. Normal high this time of year around 65 degrees, normal low 40, and our week ahead average high and average low really not too far from that, right at that mark for our week ahead average low, 62, our week ahead average high for the next week. And here's our proverb for this week: a dry April, not the farmer's will, rain in April is what he wills. That's a check of your Grow forecast update. Be sure to tune in next week for an update of your forecast.
A new agricultural business could be brewing in central Nebraska. That story when Grow returns.